Our story today is The Three Billy Goats Fluff. This story was written by Raquel Mortimer, and it was illustrated by Liz Pichone. You've probably heard of a story called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Maybe you have. This story is similar in its title, isn't it? The Three Billy Goats Fluff. We'll have to listen carefully and see if there's any similarities, anything that's the same. See it? Trip trap, trip trap, trip trap, trip trap. How was he supposed to sleep? Mr. Troll buried his head in his pillow and groaned. He is not very happy. He looked back at the newspaper advertisement. How could he have been so stupid? It says Troll Paradise, fine riverside apartment with slimy toads and running beetle juice. Bargain. Something had to be done because what the advertisement had not said was noisy underneath the only bridge from the Rocky Mountain to the lush green field. Didn't tell him it was going to be noisy. For on the mountain next to Mr. Troll's bridge lived the three Billy Goats Fluff. They loved to eat the lush green grass in the field by the bridge. It made their fleeces extra fluffy, important for Mother Goat's knitting business. Oh my goodness, her house is even knitted. Fluffy stuff for sale. The three Billy Goats Fluff crossed the bridge twice a day. But this morning, Mr. Troll had a surprise for them. He put up a notice. No trip-trapping over my bridge. Trip-trappers will be eaten, Mr. Troll. Little Billy Goat Fluff had not yet learned to read, so he set off as usual. He just put one hoof on the bridge when Mr. Troll leapt out. I'm a troll with a very sore head. Stop trip-trapping over my bed. When I'm tired and feeling blue, there's nothing quite like little goat stew. Little Billy Goat was very scared and scampered back to Mother Goat. Next came middle-sized Billy Goat Fluff. His hooves were louder than little Billy Goat's. Mr. Troll leapt out again. I'm a troll in a very bad mood. Waking me up is terribly rude. Middle-sized goats make a lovely roast or tasty pâté upon my toast. Middle-sized Billy Goat raced back to Big Billy Goat, and they were both too scared to cross the bridge. We'll tell our mom about you, they shouted. Mother Goat listened to her Billy Goats, and she thought about Mr. Troll. She knew what it was like to live without sleep. Little Billy Goat still woke her up every night. That night, as she sat knitting booties from the finest Billy Goat Fluff, Mother Goat had an idea. Maybe she's going to solve the problem. The next day, Mr. Troll was waiting for them. I'm a troll as tired as can be. I'm going to have goat and mash for my tea. Big Billy Goat Fluff trembled as he handed Mr. Troll a note and a present from Mother Goat. If you can hear us trip-trapping by, then you can make 3 Billy Goats pie. But if we're quiet as tiny mice, you must stop being grumpy and start being nice. What'd she do? Can you tell what she made? Little Billy Goat Fluff was the first to try out Mother Goat's plan. He shakily put out the hand-knitted hoof muffs. They were so fluffy, bright yellow, his favorite color. Slowly, he stepped onto the bridge. Mr. Troll listened from his bedroom. Nothing? Nothing! Middle-sized Billy Goat Fluff was next. His hooves were quaking as he put on 4 exceedingly fluffy hoof muffs. Pink! Middle-sized Billy Goat was a real softy. Carefully, he stepped out onto the bridge. Mr. Troll had his ears pressed to the roof. He couldn't hear a thing. Finally, it was Big Billy Goat Fluff's turn. His hoof muffs had taken most of the night to knit. With 4 huge pom-poms on his hooves, Big Billy Goat stepped onto the bridge. Mr. Troll strained his ears. Silence at last! How had they done it? Mr. Troll came out from under the bridge. He looked at the 3 Billy Goats Fluff tucking into the lush green grass in the field. He looked at his present from Mother Goat. Then he opened it. Inside were the fluffiest earmuffs he had ever seen, wrapped inside one of Mother Goat's special blankets. Dear Mr. Troll, we are very sorry for waking you up. We hope this gift helps you have your best sleep ever. Love from Mother Goat and the 3 Billy Goats Fluff. You can see she made him a blanket. Looks like it's got maybe some spiders or something on it in her design. He had that on his pillow earlier, if you noticed. That night, Mr. Troll drank a hot mug of beetle juice. He read his favorite bedtime story. Then he put on his fluffy earmuffs and cuddled his soft green blanket. For the first time in his new house, he slept and slept. He dreamed of fluffy clouds, fluffy toads, fluffy beetle juice, and best of all, his new quiet friends. The 3 Billy Goats Fluff. So Mr. Troll had a problem, and Mrs. Goat solved it, didn't she? Mother Goat figured it out. I hope you enjoyed our story.